Hi, welcome to the new video. I am Rohit Desai, co-founder of JP Experts. In this video, we are going to discuss on private limited company. So this is an extreme level of registrations what you can go for. Let's see what are the advantages and disadvantages of it. Whether it's the right choice for you to make or not. So is it suitable for you? So the here you have a complete protection. There is going to be just a limited liability. Whatever the companies, if any, gets into any kind of fines or duties or something like that, only if anything is there in the company that is will be taken, not your personal belongings will be attached to it. It has a complete protection over your liabilities. And then you plan to raise your external funds if you want to get to the money from investors, or if you want to get it from anyone by issuing the shares of the company. Yeah, you can do that. Along with that, you can aim to long term growth, and you can hand over this business to your family. You have no limitations in changing the new appointers or directors or partners along with that. So you require any business structures which is very much structured with the compliances and being a foundational thing. Yeah, this is the right model for you to go ahead with it. So for whom it is not suitable, for the people who are looking for low compliances, I want to run my business in a hanky-panky model, then this is not the right platform for you. You better go for solo proprietorship or partnership kind of a companies, where compliances part will be very minimal. But when you see this, and if you're looking for transfer the shares unrestricted, then this is not the business like you like. So normally what happens here is people are looking towards private limited companies. Sir, can I trade the shares? No, you cannot do it. You can buy the shares of the company, keep it for you. Only on the board's approval you can transfer the shares, or they may buy back from the employees or something like that, from whomever they have already issued the shares. If they want to buy back, they'll pay the money and get the shares back from the thing. So this is how it's been managed. And if this is not something you're looking at, and if you're looking towards something that, okay, I want to do the stock trading, then that is not being done for a export import company. That is normally a limited company, which is we call it as a public limited company. Then it's going to be having a different set of business operations that you need to look into it later. But advantages of a private limited company: limited liabilities. Your stakeholders or your shareholders doesn't have anything. So for example, I buy a share of your company, and then some issue comes on your company. Will it affect me? Nothing. I have paid the money, I got the share of the company, that's all. If any penalties or anything comes to it, the company has to handle. There is nothing for me. If any profit or dividend or anything being issued, only then that has to come to me. Apart from that, there is no other losses or limitations, and something that is not limited has anything to do with the stakeholders. It's a complete separate legal entity where you don't have anything associated with the company. The company can be structured individually. It can get into contracts. It can take order contracts. It can give contracts, and it can sue someone for anything activities that, if you prefer that, okay, someone has done something wrong with the company, then yeah, you can sue them. Or even the individuals can sue the company. Sue in the sense the legal cases, right? You can do that. And um, and moreover, you can pass this to your generations, your wife. Anyone can be a director. Minimum two is the requirement. Then after, you can add any number of directors, and moreover, you keep on adding the directors. That is where your compliances cost also will go up. But majorly, this is how it is. And easy for fundraising. You can do crowdfunding, you can do venture capitalist, you can go to angel investors, you can give the shares of the company, give the percentage of the company, and then you get the investment for your business. And moreover, people perceptions when it comes to private limited company as a PVT LTD written on it, then that is a trust factor to run the business on. And then tax exemptions. In many cases, you get tax exemptions based on what category you fall in, what business nature of the business you are in. So based on that, you will be having the tax exemptions. So what are the disadvantages? The burden of compliances and way you operate your business. Like if you are running it like a small scale business, it cannot be done because you need to go for filings, audit, board meetings, you need to put all the transactional into records. You cannot give just hand away the cash to anyone. Even if you're giving it the money to your office boy or something. Whenever we give a cash from the company's name, then you need to get the voucher signed, so that there should be a proof of money coming into the account and money going out of the account. So you need to be careful. You need to have a proper accountant to manage day-to-day operations. That's how the businesses are run. So these are very much important when it comes to compliances part when you establish a private limited company. These days, external accountant also will do, because you have various different business model these days. You can still be okay to have a external kind of a person. That's absolutely fine. Apart from that, the restrictions of the shares is always is going to be there. So what you're going to have is, you can buy the shares, and if you want to liquidate it, only if the company goes public later with the IPO, only then you can share it. Or else, if company wants you to switch with someone else, then yeah, that possibility can be there with the board meeting, or a board approval is required for it. And then normally every business structure is being disclosed on a public platform. What business are you in, what profit area, what other details, what compliances, these are all publicly available. So public disclosure, if you want to run the secrecy of the business, that is not going to happen in private limited company and public limited company, because these data are going to be going public. So all the details what you are going to finalize is all with the MCA, and then you will be later find it on the other platforms where these data have been uploaded. Then exit challenges. So if you want to wind up this business or transfer the business, it's going to take time, and switching, you need to sign the papers, you need to follow the regulations. Okay, I need to sign first, then I have to appoint someone, and then I have to put my papers, because without two directors you cannot run with one single person's name on it. So these are all the limitations when you are running a private limited company. So if it makes sense for you, then yeah, this is a good deal for you, right? So requirements of a private limited company: minimum two directors, that is the minimum requirement, and two stakeholders, that can be your directors itself. And then at least one director should be a resident of India. The other one can be a foreign citizens, that's absolutely fine, but there is a rules and regulations for it. You need to check with your CA, he will help you out. Then capital requirement, around a lakh is the minimum thing, and then whatever the higher rate you're looking for, yeah, you can plan accordingly. Then resident office, a physical office is required to support your address proof, and your company name should not be like Rohit Desai. It should be Rohit Desai Private Limited. The Private Limited has to come or has to be mentioned on all the documents or the displays of your board. Without this, your business cannot be run. So what else? So next step for a private limited company registration, the first you will get a DSC certificates, then you apply for a DIN. Once you get a DIN, then you will go for reserving a company name. You cannot go for a company name as your choice. You need to choose the name, and then you need to ask your CA to check for it. Only then he says like, okay, according to the MCA guidelines, this name is suitable. Only then there you will get the name, or if the name is available, or there is no objection, then you can go ahead and get the name. If there is an objection, then you will be not able to get that. Then it's something like incorporation filing. Then once the name is filed, then you support all the documents with all the shareholders, directors, DIN, everything, office address, documentations. Then you submit it, then you will get a approval. So based on your approval, you need to draft your MOA, AOA, so which is like memorandum, articles of associations, and all of it, which is all, everything will be structured, who is a stakeholder, what's the shares, what's the responsibility, etc, etc, etc. So everything will be properly drafted, and then that will be filed. So soon that is being filed, your company gets an incorporation certificate, that is good to go. Along with this, you need to get your GST certification, you need to register for PF, and then ESI, all of this. So if as and when required, you can check with your CA what state you belong in. Based on your state also, there are some additional documents may require, that also you have to check it from your CA. So, and once you have your certification of incorporation, then you will get a copy, which is CIN, that's your company identification number. So soon you have it, you're good to go. So what are the documents required here? The PAN, self-attested, you need to keep a photocopy, Aadhaar card and a passport if it's a foreign partner, then passport size photograph, address proof, all the documents. Aadhaar card works for everything, so you can take that. Along with that, the residential office address like agreement, rent agreement, NOC certificate from a owner or something like that, along with gas connections, address proof, whatever the utilities. And you can register the office at your residence also, but you need additional certifications. That again your CA will say, give you the declarations and all of it. You can get that thing done. Post registration compliances. So what are the filings you need to do? Annual filings. So it's like proper clear picture of what your business has done, what is the business has been doing, what are the compliances part, everything. And then all the meetings has to be conducted, board meeting, general meeting, and moments of meeting, understandings of meeting. So these are all something that your CA will help you to do it. So you need to tell what we have decided in the meeting, and then you can take the things forward from there. Then tax filing. So the GST filing as applicable, quarterly, monthly, whatever, you pick the GST filing and then keep maintaining it. And compliances auditing, mandatory audits are mandatory, like is needed every year, and you need to keep all the records, what you purchase, what you sell, what's your expenditures, everything to be recorded, and then that is put onto the papers. Along with that, maintain all the records in a proper software system. Normally Zoho will help you to do that, and there are a couple of other tools which can really help you to do all of this set. So pick one of it and then manage all your expenditures and records, and keep one person to do it. Maybe it can be your in-house or external or outsourced, but just keep all of these financial records in proper conditions, because today or tomorrow your investors may also ask for this. So you need to be very ready with it. So this is what it is, right? So once you're able to start, when you're planning for to start a private limited company, this is a best kind of a company you can have. Either juggling from GST, once the limit is up, then I have to private limited. Then if I'm running a private limited company, then I don't have to do that jumping part, right? So it's straight away, just go ahead, register it, run your business smoothly with managing all the proper logistics, compliances and everything, right? So sir, is it like how about the expenditures? 40-50,000 is your yearly commitment. If you have a better CA or something, so yeah, 40-50,000 is the minimum commitment. Minimum you can just go for, and I have seen people paying more than 1 lakh to 2 lakhs also. So based on the turnovers, based on the compliances, how complicated your accounting system is, based on that they will be charging you. So you need to look into all of the structures, and then you can take the business things forward from here. What I advise for a new exporters who are looking to register the company, you can go ahead with private limited company if you have a bandwidth, you have a financial backing. Don't there is no problem, so I can bear this cost. Yeah, please go ahead for private limited company. Don't even look towards your proprietorship, partnership, LLP, OPC. Nothing is required. Just jump in. Go for private limited company. Take the compliances hit. 1 or 2 years, you will be sorted, right? Then the business will start paying for itself. Then the second thing is like, sir, I don't have this much of capital. Should I have to go for it? No, probably in that case, you better pick the proprietorship or partnership and manage the compliances, and then soon your business start growing, and then let the business fund it for itself, right? There is one more option which my team has not mentioned in the presentation, is OPC, one person company, where we were looking for compliances part here, where it has mentioned like 2 minimum directors. Even one person who wants to start the private limited company, but I want to be alone, I don't want any partners or any stakeholders or something, then all the rest is going to be the same, but you will be one single director, and you can manage it accordingly, right? So if you don't want other partners or other directors, you want to be just alone, then yeah, you can take the OPC company, that is one person company. In the name itself you will get it, like Rohit Desai OPC Private Limited. OPC itself has been mentioned, saying that you are a one person company, right? So if that is something required, please check with your CA. All the rest is going to be the same. So just check with the CA, sir, I want to register OPC, so how about it, right? So this is the last video of this chapter, but we'll do a cumulative of all the company models we'll discuss in next video, and then we'll wind up this chapter. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. It will be a great support for us. Hit the like button if you have got to know something more than what you did before. Then yeah, it will be a great support, man. And if you have any doubts, any confusions, please drop it into the comment box. I'll get it checked and will reply to you. Okay, so thank you so much. Have a good day. Take care. Bye bye.